So I went for a walk to the duck park and like this picture that I had added a glitter rainbow to. Um both of these things, this and the duck park over there and other locations, looks like very much alike. These ponds are very dirty, and it's illegal to leave them that way. And no, they're not going to be removed. Some of the ducks were born there. That's their birthplace. They're in charge. They don't have access to all their resources, and somebody presidentially or higher needs to give them to them. And there is some presidential and higher that exist other than myself who have access and are in position to do so. All I can do is occasionally give them omega-3 vitamins A through Z through certain pastries, and or bathe them even with Dawn dish soap is something I could try to do. I know I'm capable. I do that with my cat, and I've done it on other cats and some of my other cats. Anyways, over in that area where I went is in Costa Mesa, California, biblically speaking, the land of dreams, and some call that the duck park. Others call it Arlington Park, and some call it Angels Park. I've gone there since I was a baby. I was born in 1986, January 15th at 694 West Wilson Street in Costa Mesa, California. And I've gone there and some other duck park places and locations. They all look very similar. You know, there's some trees, and there's a pond, and there's ducks. But you should be able to put your cup in those spouts that look kind of like waterfalls, and some of them shoot out of the, like a sprinkler. You should be able to drink that water. What I mean by that, it should be purified. Same with taking a shower and the tap water. All that's supposed to be purified. I mean, if people aren't smart enough to purify it themselves, then put Dasani water or Sparklets or whatever's out there. Maybe a combination of all the waters that are already purified. There's tons of it. And that's what needs to happen. Not these retarded people waiting on real authorities to disintegrate them. I mean, they can do that, but then they should step out of claiming to be in charge of these things, preventing people like me from a higher education and from my own resources so I can do more. Anyways, as I was mentioning, over in that area, there's horses there too, right across the way, and they have them in little tiny cages they call stables. That's illegal. They're not allowed to live that poorly. There should be a giant castle for the horses with glitter litter. An idea I'd already put out there and got patented by Invent Help Company. An idea, me, my daughter, and my cat, Electric Gizmo the Third, and again, my daughter, Angelina Rachel, many names, etc. I only have one daughter, and, no sons, and we put that idea together, and it never happened. I don't have access to the materials myself, or I just make it. It's that easy in real life. Anyways, the horses should have a giant castle, and they can go in the glitter litter, which is for a variety of things, all animals, and for, you know, arts and crafts, fashion, and etc., and whatever else not mentioned. And the horses could take care of themselves there, and occasionally people like me can go bathe them, or dress them up, and or take them to events, or whatever's going to happen. It'd have to be that large of a castle for that large of an animal to roam around, and they'd all have their own rooms. Yes, the horses would have their own rooms with their own beds, and they would have access to vitamins like apples and omega-3 vitamins A through Z in different forms. And that's for them. And as for the ducks, they should have a castle also, but a different kind. There'll be a tunnel, and there'll be water, kind of like that ride, the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland, only this one's going to be a giant castle for the ducks, and the pond will be connected to it, and downstream, each boat will be designed to look like each different breed of duck. For those passing through, they can get inside one of the duck boats, and get given some pastries to feed the ducks or even for themselves. And it'll be nonprofit, meaning it will be free and ran by people like me. And the ducks will be being spayed and neutered or fixed or whatever you want to call it, helping and multiplying, and bathed by Dawn dish soap at least once a day, depending on the volunteers. There's that many that will be needed probably. And then once help in multiplying, there'll be a station in the castle for the ducks to bathe themselves when they walk up to the shower thing. Once they're trained to know how to do it, or to know, they'll get sprayed with Dawn dish soap and somehow get scrubbed down and bathe themselves somehow. Or there'll be like a machine, I don't know. Or otherwise, people like me, they'll do it. It's not a big deal. But they should be able to do it themselves also and not have to rely on everyone, like humans, and that are being prevented from even doing anything more. So at this duck park, it'll be remodeled. There'll be a castle and a stream. It'll be purified water, and humans and animals passing through can ride in the duck boats for free. And again, those boats will look like different ducks. And that's pretty much something that needs to happen. And when they go through the duck tunnel, it'll go take you through the castle, some parts of it, and you'll see the ducks in there probably hanging out, or how they live. And they'll occasionally come out, or they might go in the boats too and swim in the water. And humans will be able to swim in the water too, like it's a pool, only it's going to be super purified and have some kind of magical thing in it, kind of like pools do. I know chlorine is really outdated, but that's something for somebody. That's all they might have access to. And the ocean also needs to be that clean. And whatever else not mentioned, which brings me back to this picture that I found. It didn't have the rainbow, but I saw the waterfalls, and it reminded me when my soul was made, so I added that glitter rainbow, and I wasn't done with it yet. I'm going to add Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor, the image of when he holds that wine glass with water. I noticed he does that in many of his films, and it's extremely biblical because JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, he makes wine out of water. In reality, he's done it. So, I collabed spiritually with him and Leonardo DiCaprio. That image just really brings me back to that story, that biblical, in books of knowledge in the Holy Bible, the Picture Bible, and more. And I try to get a hold of Leonardo DiCaprio on Facebook and more to bring it to his attention. Is he aware of these biblical images he is doing and he comes out in? Is he planning to do something more with that, like biblical Dr. Genius, come out with his own water and whatnot? So the collaboration spiritually is real, but I try to get a hold of him in real life, and to see if he got the message. It's one thing to collaborate on an idea, but I just want to be clear that hopefully he is going about that idea. Otherwise, people like me will continue to try to do it too, and still include all they're aware and all I'm aware and anybody else who is a part of that idea overall. And no, it's not everybody, but these are just ideas. There could be glitter water and, different waters, water that looks like ocean but it's purified, and different colored water, maybe water that looks like a rainbow. That needs to happen, and let alone it's already out there, purified different waters. Again, Dasani and Sparklets, and there's others. It's all kinds, but that needs to be applied to water fountains and waterfalls and all the above. Some idiots want to say, oh, I went to the holy springs and I got some water. It's dirty. And, in the Bible days, it gets automatically cleansed by the gods and goddesses, kings and queens, until the humans can figure out a way to clean it. That's the truth about it. So you know what I did? I put some Dasani water in a little glass, like the Drink Me scene from Alice in Wonderland, and I call it Holy H2O. It's that pure and that purified. And it's biblical to do that. I've done that. And I also put glitter in a similar, same identical jar and call it prayer glitter. And obviously right now I'm wearing it on my eyes. It's super magical. Peasant criminals might not see that. I wore it today, and I went, peasant criminals were like, oh, well, it didn't change anything at the duck park. Yes, it did. The ducks have perfect vision. They seen it, and it's magical, and it's a reminder for them too. It even glitters different colors, rainbows. It even has to do with cleaning the water, and maybe they want to wear glitter too. It's illegal what's going on. I can only do so much to talk about ideas in my education level as I seek a higher educational field. Until then, I also spend some of my time escaping peasant criminals in so many different ways. It's illegal. It's stupid, and there'll be a day that all ends. And so be one less victimizer, one more victim 24/7. Sparkles prayers victims, dreaming rescues them from victimizers' nightmares. Like dreams come true if they're supposed to. And also there'll be an event palace ran by those who qualify with different sports yards and a waterfall pool and a toilet slide, like a water slide I've already mentioned on my webpage and more. And there should be one at my school also, one of those toilet water slides with like a wave pool at the end. And I myself, when I get my property, I'm going to live in a giant jewelry box with a castle palace in the front. And I'll have like a stained glass window with JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, wearing the coat of many colors. And I will have gift baskets for those passing through as a biblical representative individual. And it'll be filled with wine, purified water, omega-3 vitamins A through Z, bread, and whatever else not mentioned, probably some kind of biblical education and writing and art form and fashion and etc. Probably a coat of many colors will be in there. Maybe one that goes inside out, reversible. On the inside, satin. On the outside, velvet where the stripes are. And the inside will be like a satin gold or something, like solid. So if it rains or something, you can wear it on the satin side. And then on the other side is the velvet. You can wear that in most other weather. Or just wear it either way. It's fashionable. And that's what the basket will have in it. So anyways, these are just some things I'm going to do. I don't have access to doing all these things at this time. But some of them I have done that I just mentioned. And until then, whatever else. Blah, blah, blah. Bye!